Hi, my name is Jessica. Welcome to this week's sequence. With all my sequences, I recommend that you use yoga blocks. If you don't have yoga blocks, you can use hardback books. I also sometimes recommend a strap, which you could use a scarf or a sock, or you can grab for your clothing a lot of times too. So on that note, this week we will get started in constructive rest. Constructive rest. A lot of people hear that word and say constructive rest, but yes, rest is constructive. So find yourself on your back, knees up to the ceiling, feet mat width apart. And then bring the knees to touch. I like to put a block between my knees. Let me show you. Begin to take some nice deep breaths into the body. Fill up the belly. Expand the ribs. Draw the back body closer to the floor. On an inhale, gather the legs into the chest. Take a little rock side to side on the lower back. Let the feet float back down to the mat. Land them hip width apart. Press into the feet for bridge pose. Lift the hips up off the mat. Bring the shoulder blades nice and close underneath your heart. Press back into the arch side of your feet. Go back to your breath, sending your heart closer to your chin. Release your hips back down to the mat. Toe heel your feet out to mat width apart. Bring your arms out to a T, palms face down. Let your legs float to the right, your gaze float to the left. Bring awareness to the left side of the body. Fill up the left lung. Smooth, steady breath. Use the core to come back to center. And then let the legs float the opposite way. Bring awareness to the right side of your body. Fill up the right lung. Start to let your inhales and your exhales be equal in length. Come on back to center. Take a couple windshield wipers with the legs, nice and slow. Bring the legs into the chest. Take a little rock side to side on the lower back once again. Bring the hands underneath the hamstrings this time. Point the toes. Hollow out the belly. Start to rock forward and back the length of your spine with a super strong core. Find your way into boat pose. Bring the shins parallel to the mat. Maybe bring your arms out to the sides. Keep the heart lifted. Release your boat pose. Find your way into your tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. Just take some movements that feel good in the body here. Just check in. Have a moment of self-study. When you're ready, we'll meet back in a neutral tabletop position. Make sure the shoulders are really over the wrists. The hips are really over the knees. Bring the right arm straight out in front of you. Thumb faces up. Left leg comes out behind you. Level out the hips. Draw the inseam of the left thigh to the ceiling. Find stability, pull the belly in tight. Exhale, draw the elbow to the knee, round the upper back. Inhale, take it back out long, grow, find length. Exhale, squeeze it in tight, use the core. Inhale, take it back out long. Exhale, squeeze it in tight one more time. Take it back out nice and long. Maybe reach back, capture the foot, or you can stay there. Open up the shoulder. Press into the 5 fingers on your left hand. Keep breathing. Release without slingshotting. Nice and slow. Expand out long. Reach. Exhale. Set the hand and the knee down. Take a cat-cow. Drop the belly. Look up. Spread the sit bones. Exhale. Chin to chest. Round the upper back to the ceiling. Come on back to neutral. We'll find that on the other side. So left arm comes out in front of you. Thumb faces up. Right leg goes out behind you. Find level hips. We'll draw the pinky side of the foot down. Take a big breath. On your exhale, draw the knee to the elbow, rounded and tight. Inhale, take it back out long, grow. Exhale, squeeze it in tight. Inhale, take it out long, extend. Exhale, squeeze it in tight. Take it out long one more time. Stay here or reach back, capture the foot. Open up the shoulder. The left toes can curl under if you need more stability. Pull the belly to the spine, go back to your breath. Press into the 5 fingers of your right hand. Release without slingshotting, grow long. Come on back to your tabletop position. Take 2 cat-cows. Really feel the stretch in your core. Feel your beautiful vertebrae working together, moving in fluidity. After your second cat-cow, flip the toes. Make your way to downward facing dog. Walk the fingertips slightly forward. Send the hips up high. Just take your time sinking into your downward facing dog. Maybe cascade yourself into a high plank and then send your hips back up high. Maybe pedal out the feet, bending one leg and then the other generously. Maybe go straight to stillness. Press into all 10 of your fingers. Draw the heart closer to the thighs. Bend the knees a little bit. Take a big breath. Heels a little bit closer to the floor. And then look at your hands. Take 10 tiny steps to the front of your mat. Take 2 little lines like you're drawing them on your mat. Right up to your fingers. Maybe come up onto your finger pads to make some space. Place your hands in your elbow creases and let your head hang heavy. Pull the lower belly up and in tight. Put the opposite forearm on top. Let your head be a little bit heavier. Release the fingertips down to the floor. Slowly roll yourself up to standing. Chin comes up last. Just stack the vertebrae on top of one another. When you get to the top, take some nice big shoulder rolls. And take your shoulder rolls in the opposite direction. Find yourself rooted into your feet. Inhale your arms up and overhead. Take a big breath, fill up. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart center. Interlace your fingers deep to the webbing. Release your pointer finger to the sky. Inhale the arms up and overhead. Exhale, side bend to the right. Send your fingertips to the right, your hips to the left. Shoulders and hips are square to the front of your space. Chin is off of chest. Inhale, come on back to center. Switch out the thumbs. Exhale, side bend other way. Core is strong, legs are strong. Breath is steady. Inhale, come on back to center. On your exhale, just point that little water gun that you have straight towards the back of your space. Lift your heart, belly in tight. Inhale, reach the water gun back up high. Exhale, release the grip, fold forward, lead with your heart. Halfway lift, bring the hands to your shins. Look forward on your mat, shoulder blades close. Exhale, plant your hands. Step it back to your high plank. Downward facing dog, hips up high. Find your breath. Draw the ribs close to one another. Press into all of your fingers. Take a big breath. At the bottom of your exhale, look at your hands. Jump or step to the front of your mat this time. Let's start to gain some rhythm and some flow here. Inhale the arms up and overhead with a flat back. Gather some strength. Exhale, seal the hands into your heart. Interlace the fingers deep to the webbing. Release the pointer finger to the sky. Inhale the arms up and overhead. Use the breath. Exhale, side bend to the right. Fingertips right, hips left. Inhale, come back to center. Switch out the thumbs. Exhale to the left. Inhale, find the middle. Exhale, press the hips forward. Lift the heart. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, strong flat back, shoulder blades close, belly in tight. Plant those hands, maybe step the non-dominant foot back. High plank, downward facing dog. Big, big breath. Press into the hands and the feet more. Big, big breath. Imagine you could rip your mat into 2 pieces. Press down a lot. Big, big breath. Let's do this again. Look at your hands. Jump or step to the front of your mat. Inhale, rise. Bring the hands up and overhead. Exhale, seal the hands into the heart center. Interlace the fingers deep to the webbing. Release the pointer finger to the sky. Inhale those arms up and overhead. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, find the center. Switch out the thumbs. Exhale, other side. Inhale, find the middle. Exhale, reach back, lift the heart. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, fold, let it go. Big exhale. Lovely. Heavy head, halfway lift, flat back. Plant those hands, make your way back. Downward facing dog. Good. Just feel your heartbeat and your breath. Feel the heat. We're going to do this one more time at your own pace. If my cues don't work for you, go at your own pace. Jump or step to the front of your mat. Inhale, rise. Beautiful. Exhale, seal the hands into the heart. Find your lacing. Inhale the arms back overhead. Exhale, take your side bend to the right. Find the center, find length. Exhale, other way. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lift the heart, reach back. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, fold, belly in tight. Halfway lift, strong, flat back. Plant those hands, make your way back. Downward facing dog. Right back to your breath. Watch the inhales and the exhales move up and down the body. Really good. Inhale your right leg high up to the sky. Take a three-legged dog. Come high up onto those left tippy toes so you can create a lot of space. On an exhale, draw the knee to the nose and round the upper back. Really press into all 10 of the fingers. Squeeze. Inhale the leg back up high. On your exhale, plant the foot between the hands, nice and slow. Good. Drop down to the back knee, untuck the toes. Maybe take a second to utilize blocks. Move forward and back into the body, checking in with the knee and the psoas. When you're ready, lift the back knee up off the mat. Find a super strong low lunge. So scissor the inner thighs together. Plant the left hand, inhale the right arm high up to the sky. Pull the lower belly in tight and magnetize the inner thighs so you can create this twist. Take a big breath. Reach the hand, top hand, towards the back of your mat, down to the floor, forward, and up, just like clock hands. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Do that 2 more times. Reach the hand towards the back of your space, down to the floor, forward, and up. 1 more time. Feel the fluidity in the shoulder. Keep scissoring the inner thighs. Bring the hand back down to the floor or the block. Drop down to the back knee, untuck the toes. Moving into half Hanumasana, walk the fingertips back, half splits. Straighten the front leg, flex the front toes towards the face. Gently draw that right hip crease back. Breathe. One more breath, send it right to the back of your leg. And then walk yourself back forward to a strong low lunge. Plant the hands, three-legged dog, right leg lifts high up to the sky. Exhale, downward facing dog, feet come together. Take a big breath. Exhale, sink into your dog. Good. Inhale your left leg high up to the sky. Take a big breath. Come high up onto those right tippy toes. Exhale, draw the knee to the nose, round your upper back. Squeeze, press into your fingers. Inhale the leg back up high. On your exhale, gently plant that foot between your hands. You can always drop down to the back knee and physically put your foot between your hands. But then drop down to the back knee and just take a second to check this side of the body. Maybe utilizing blocks. Noticing the psoas and the knee on the left side. When you're ready, lift your back knee up off the mat. Find a super strong low lunge. Scissor the inner thighs together. back heel is high up over the toes. Pull the belly in tight. Plant the right hand. Inhale the left arm high up to the sky. Take a big breath. On your exhale, reach your fingertips towards the back of your space, down to the floor, forward, and up. Do that 2 more times. Continuing to magnetize the inner thighs and pull the belly in tight. Spread the fingers wide. 1 more time. Once you've completed that time, bring your hand back down to the block or to the floor. Drop down to the back knee. Half Hanumasana, walk the blocks or the fingers towards the back of your mat. Straighten the front leg, flex the front toes towards your face. Send the breath to the back of your leg. Gently bring the left hip crease back. Slowly come on out, come back to your strong low lunge. Walk yourself back forward. Plant the hands. 3-legged dog, left leg lifts high up to the sky. Exhale, downward facing dog, feet come together, big breath. Exhale, ribs close together. Good. Inhale your right leg high up to the sky. Take a big breath. On your exhale, draw the knee to the nose, round the upper back, squeeze. Inhale the leg high up to the sky. Exhale, knee to the right tricep, look forward on your mat. Inhale the leg up high. Take it across the body to the left tricep. Strong arms, lift, squeeze. Inhale the leg high. On your exhale, gently plant that foot between your hands. Make sure you are on 2 separate tracks. Back heel is high up over your toes. And then really press down to rise up to your high crescent lunge. Bring the shoulders up over the hips. Press the hips forward and pull the ribs close together. The biceps can be in line with the chin instead of in line with the arms to keep the ribs close together. Back leg is strong. Sit a little bit lower because you're stronger than you know. Inhale, straighten both the legs, straight and strong, squeeze the butt. Exhale, open it up to a warrior 2. Spiral the back foot down to the mat. And then toe heel your front foot so that your front heel is in line with your back arch. And then find your warrior 2. Long wingspan. Reaching out with your back hand as much as your front hand. Back leg is strong. Front knee is tracking towards your pinky toe. Extended side angle, send the fingertips towards the front of your space. And then bring your hands to 6 and 12. Maybe that bottom hand comes to your thigh. The top hand reaches up over your head. A nice long line of energy from your finger to your back foot. Press into the foot a lot, reverse the triangle, and then open it up to a big, beautiful star. Take a breath into the heart. Sit low into your horse, heels in, toes out. Tuck the pelvis. Press the palms together. Focus your eyes, keep your breath strong and steady. Get a little bit lower because you're stronger than you know. Inhale back to star, nice job. On your exhale, parallel those feet, fold forward, prasarita, wide-legged forward fold. So let the head hang heavy, roll the weight slightly forward. Think about sending the hips high and breathing into the backs of the legs. Restoring the breath. Halfway lift, strong flat back. Exhale, low lunge to the front of your space. Just walk your fingertips forward. Drop down to the back knee. Untuck the toes. Bring the hands to the top of the thighs. Make sure your front foot is far enough forward so that your knee doesn't jut over your ankle. And then just let your hips melt towards the floor as you press your heart away from your thighs, creating a crescent in your back body. Maybe take your gaze to where the ceiling meets the wall. Keep breathing. Come on out of this slightly. Bring your hands into your heart center. Take a big breath. On your exhale, bring your left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Take a twist. Let your hips melt forward and down. Spiral your heart towards your thumb. Gaze is towards the right. Maybe pick up the back leg if you want more fire. Really, with a lot of control, pull the belly in tight to release this. Bring the hands down to frame the front foot. Look forward on your mat. Step your back foot to your front foot. Forward fold. Roll yourself all the way up to standing. Chin comes up last. When you get to the top, ground down into your feet. Just prepare for our standing balancing pose, tree pose. Ground down into your right foot. Bring your left foot either as a kickstand or on your shin or on your thigh. Bring your hands to your heart center. Activate your right thigh so you feel your thigh on the sole of your left foot. Draw the tailbone towards the earth. Maybe grow the branches high up to the sky. Keep breathing. Keep focusing on one point. To release this, come to a half staff pose. Bring the leg in front of you and parallel to the floor. Step the feet together. Nice. Inhale the arms up and overhead. Take a big breath. Exhale, fold forward. Let it go. Halfway lift, strong flat back. Plant those hands. Take your way back, maybe through high plank, downward facing dog, hips up high. Find your breath. Stick with your focus. Left leg lifts high up to the sky. Take a big inhale. Exhale, draw the knee to the nose, the shoulders over the wrists. Squeeze. Inhale the leg back up high. Nice. Exhale, knee to left tricep. Look forward. Inhale the leg high. Take it across the body. Use the obliques. Strong arms. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Plant the foot between the hands. Find that sturdy foundation. You're on 2 tracks. If you need more balance, step the back foot in a little bit. Rise up, high crescent lunge. Press the hips forward. Drive the back heel back. Shoulders are down the back. Stay strong and steady with the breath. On an inhale, straighten the legs, straight and strong. Squeeze the butt cheeks when you get to the top. Open it up, warrior 2. Spiral the back foot down to the mat. Toe heel your front foot in line so your front heel is in line with your back arch. Drop the shoulders down the back, focus the eyes. Fire up that back thigh and find ease in this pose. Extended side angle, send the fingertips forward. Bring the hands to 6 and 12. Good. Reach that top hand up over your ear. Keep firing up that back thigh. Good. Try not to collapse into the left side of the body. Reverse triangle, reach the left arm high up to the sky. Straighten the legs, open it up to a star, pivot the front toes. On your exhale, sit low into your horse, heels in, toes out. Tuck the pelvis slightly. Draw the knees towards the pinky toes. Press the palms together. Get a little bit lower. Inhale back to star. Nice job. Exhale, parallel the feet, fold forward. Prasarita, wide-legged forward fold. Let the head be heavy. Just get a rhythm on the breath. Maybe let the weight roll slightly forward. Think about sending the hips high and breathing into the backs of the legs. Halfway lift, strong flat back. Exhale, low lunge to the front of your mat. Drop down to the back knee. Untuck the toes. Bring the hands to the top of the thighs. Think about pressing the thigh away from the chest, lifting the heart, melting the hips towards the floor, maybe taking the gaze to where the ceiling meets the wall. Keep breathing. Create that beautiful crescent in the back body. Come out slightly. And then gather the hands at the heart center. Take a big breath. Right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Take your twist. Pull the belly in tight. Scissor the inner thighs. And think about drawing the heart towards the thumbs. Breathe. Maybe lift up the back leg if you want more fire. Scissor the inner thighs if you did that a lot. With control, release the hands down to frame the front foot. Look forward, super strong. Step the back foot to the front foot, forward fold. Roll yourself all the way up to standing. Chin comes up last. Just take your time finding your foundation, your equilibrium, your roots into your feet. And we'll move into tree on the opposite side. So ground down into your left foot. Bring your right foot either as a kickstand on your shin or on your thigh, but whatever you do, avoid your knee. Bring the hands to the heart center. Track the tailbone towards the earth. Activate the muscle in the left thigh and create more stability underneath the sole of your right foot. Maybe grow your branches. Come to a half staff pose to release, thigh parallel to the floor. Set the feet together. Inhale the arms up and overhead, big breath. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana, head heavy. Halfway lift, strong flat back. Plant those hands, take your journey back to downward facing dog. Big, big breath. Press down more. Big, big breath. Open mouth, exhale. Drop down into a child's pose. Big toes touch, knees wide. Reach the fingertips towards the front of your space. Just watch the rise and the fall of the breath through the body. Soften into the hip creases. Fill up the belly. Let's take a couple more really purposeful breaths, preparing yourself to finish out your practice strong. On your inhale, come on back through a tabletop position or a high plank. Downward facing dog, hips up high. Inhale your right leg high up to the sky, big breath. Exhale, knee to nose, round the upper back, plant the foot. Good. Rise, high crescent lunge, find your sturdy foundation. Bring the hands up and overhead, press the hips forward. Go a little bit deeper into your front lunge. On an inhale, straighten the legs straight and strong. Squeeze the butt cheeks. Exhale, warrior two, open it up. Go right into your warrior two, focus. Inhale, straighten the front leg, reach the right arm high, big breath. Exhale, go back into your warrior two. Beautiful, let's flow. Inhale, straighten the front leg, reach the right arm high, big breath. Exhale, go back into your warrior two, fierce and strong. One more time. Inhale, straighten the front leg, reach the right arm high. Exhale, go back into your warrior two. Nice. Go through extended side angle here. Send the fingertips forward. Bring the hands to 6 and 12. Reach that top hand up and over your ear. Good. Strong core to come out. Reverse triangle. Straighten the front leg. Reach the right arm high. Open it up to a big, beautiful star. Take a breath into your heart. And then just fold forward. Prasarita. Hinge at the hips. Let it go. Let your head be heavy. Let the weight be slightly forward. Just get a rhythm on the breath. Halfway lift, strong flat back. Exhale, low lunge to the front of your space. Drop down to the back knee, untuck the toes. This time, hook the thumbs. Inhale the arms up and overhead, spread the fingers wide. Exhale, drop the hips forward and down as you lift the heart. Reach those fingertips towards the back of your space. Keep breathing, belly in tight. One more breath, big, beautiful breath. Nice and slow, come out. Bring the hands down to frame the front foot. Lift the back knee up off the mat. Look forward. Step the back foot to the front foot, forward fold. Slowly roll the body all the way up to standing. Chin comes up last. Nice. Find your foundation once again. So we'll prepare for dancer's pose this time. Inhale the arms up and overhead. Take a big breath. Exhale, seal the hands into the heart. Bring the right elbow into the right hip crease. Palm faces up, thumb faces back. Scoop up the right foot, capture it with your hand. Eye of the elbow is open. Reach the left hand high up to the sky. Begin to drive the knee down as you begin to kick the foot into the hand, sending the hips forward, lifting behind the heart. Keep reaching and kicking. Hips are square to the floor. Keep breathing. Focus the eyes. Steady breath. Nice and slow, release to a half staff pose. So release without slingshotting. Tick-tock the leg forward. Flex the foot towards your face. Bring your thigh parallel to the floor. Exhale, set the feet together and let it go. Give yourself a little wiggle. Good. Let's finish this out on the other side. When you're ready, find yourself at the top of the mat. Nice little wiggle. Good. Inhale the arms up and overhead. Exhale, fold forward, let it go. You're almost there. Halfway lift, strong, flat back, shoulder blades close. Plant those hands. Make your way there. Downward facing dog, hips up high. Really press into all 10 fingers and knuckles. Maybe the heels can come a little bit closer to the floor. Press the chest closer to the thighs, but then draw the ribs in close. Inhale, right leg high, left leg high up to the sky. Exhale, round the upper back. Plant the left leg between your hands. Rise up high, crescent lunge. Bring the hands up and overhead. Good. Find your shape. Let your muscle memory take over. Find your depth. Belly is in tight. Breath is strong. Straighten the legs, straighten strong. Open it up, warrior two. Sink into your warrior two. Drop the shoulders down the back. Inhale, straighten the front leg, reach the left arm high, reverse triangle. Exhale, warrior two. Track the front knee towards the pinky toe. Let's flow. Inhale, reverse triangle, reach up high. Exhale, go back into your warrior two. One more time. Inhale, straighten the front leg, reach the left arm high. Exhale, warrior two, fierce and strong. Extended side angle, send the fingertips forward. Find length in the side bodies. And then bring the hands to 6 and 12. Maybe bring the left forearm to the left thigh. Right arm stretches up and over the ear. Reverse your triangle, press into the front leg, reach the left arm high. Open it up to your big, beautiful star. Spread the fingers wide. Big breath into your heart. Fold forward, prasarita. Parallel your feet. Hinge at the hips. Let your head be heavy. Get a rhythm on the breath here. Send the breath to the backs of your legs. every exhale, just melt a little bit closer to the floor. Stick with the present moment. Halfway lift, strong, flat back. Exhale, low lunge to the front of your space. Just bring your hands to frame your front foot. Drop down to the back knee, untuck the toes. Hook the thumbs, but put the funny hook on. And then inhale the arms up and overhead. Take a big breath. Exhale, melt the hips forward and down as you lift the heart. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Breathe. Maybe take your gaze to where the ceiling meets the wall, but only if it feels good on your neck. Belly is in tight. Slowly come out of the pose. Carefully bring your hands back down to frame your front foot. Lift your back knee up off the mat. Look forward. Step your back foot to your front foot. Forward fold. Slowly come up to standing. Bring the arms up and overhead. On your exhale, seal your hands into your heart. Nice. Here we are. Dancers, final dancers. Find your nice sturdy foundation in your feet. Ground down into your right foot. Bring your left elbow into your left hip crease. Palm is up, thumb is facing back. Capture the foot. Eye of the elbow is open. Inhale the right arm high up to the sky. Unless this causes you to lock your elbow, then you can turn your hand the other way. Begin to kick into your hand. Lifting the heart. Hips are square to the floor. Keep reaching and breathing and kicking. Slowly release to a half staff pose. And then set the feet together. Good. Give yourself a little shake out. Nice job. Inhale the arms up and overhead. Take a big breath. Exhale, fold forward. Let it go. Halfway lift, strong, flat back. Plant those hands. Make your way back. Downward facing dog. Hips up high. Just find your breath. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, half pigeon. Right ankle towards your left wrist. Keep your right foot flexed towards your right knee. Square your hips to the floor. And then find your sleeping pigeon. Walk your fingertips out towards the front of your mat. Maybe use a block to let your forehead find some rest. Unhinge the jaw. Listen to the breath moving up and down the body. Start to develop a sense of surrender. Where in the body can you let go? Know that you have done incredibly important work today. Walk the fingertips towards the body. Tuck the back toes under. Super strong core. Right leg lifts high up to the sky. Three-legged dog. Come on out. And then feet come together. downward facing dog. We'll take this to the opposite side. Left leg reaches high up to the sky. And then find your half pigeon, left ankle towards your right wrist. Good. Square the hips towards the floor, so if you need to prop something underneath your left butt cheek, do so. Walk the fingertips towards the front of your mat. I like to put a prop underneath my forehead. And then just surrender. Send the breath to the areas of the body that have the most sensations. Just relax the jaw. Take a few more really purposeful, steady breaths into the body. Every exhale, melt a little bit closer to the floor. Walk the fingertips towards the body. Curl the back toes under, pull the belly in a whole bunch to come out. Three-legged dog, left leg lifts high. Downward facing dog, feet come together. Last time in your downward facing dog, really press down. Seal the practice. Then just nice and slow, travel your feet to your hands and lower all the way down to your butt. Stay in your practice as you begin to lower yourself to your back. I like to put a block in my hands. Keep my core nice and tight. And slowly lower all the way to my back. Good. Once you get to your back, we'll prepare for another bridge pose. So find all four corners of each of your feet. Inhale, lift the hips up off the mat. If you'd like to take this a supported bridge, put the block underneath your lower back and find your hips heavy on your block. Or a pillow. Or if you don't have any prop, you can put your hands, palms face down underneath your butt. Just listen to your heartbeat and the sound of your breath. As the rhythms in your body begin to slow. Find gratitude for your body, for your practice, for the ability to move the body. Slowly lift your hips up off the block, remove the block off to the side. Gather the legs into the chest, take a little rock side to side on the lower back. Let the feet float back down to the mat, but land them mat width apart. Arms out to a T, palms face down. Take a big breath. Exhale, let your legs float to the right, your gaze float to the left, just as we did at the beginning. Can you notice any shifts here from when we did this pose 55 minutes ago? Breathe into the left lung, create space. Take 2 more breaths. Come on back to center. And then let the legs float the opposite way. Bring awareness to the right side of the body. Have any shifts taken place? Any little cracks appear to be lighter? Come on back to center. Draw the legs into the chest once again. Find your happy baby pose. Reach for the outer arches of your feet. Take a little rock side to side on the lower back. Try to keep your entire spine on the ground. Drawing the knees around the ribs and towards the floor. Belly is soft. Draw the legs into the chest. Give yourself a nice final tight squeeze. Squeeze everything super tight. And then release out to your final Shavasana. Take up a lot of space on your mat. Let your toes be heavy. Remove the tongue from the top of the mouth. Just be still. I'm going to leave you here in your Shavasana to take as much time as you'd like to come out slowly. Thank you so much for letting me be your guide. The light and the dark in me honors the light and the dark in all of you. Namaste.